So here we are. We are at the entrance of um, my base, pretty much. This is a horse path, and this is the uncompleted rail path. But for the most part, the rail works and everything's functional. Um, that's these are the portals to Stratuscraft base. So I think it's kind of funny because Stratuscraft is doing a wizardy, magical kind of looking build. And so I thought it was, before I even knew I was doing Necromancer, I was just going to build like an ice palace. And so I was going to build that like a few hundred blocks from his build. And then I decided to do the Necromancer thing. And so we've got, both of us are pretty close to each other doing magical type builds. So yeah, pretty cool thing. But this is it. This is my base. I am building a massive volcano. About maybe a quarter, not even a quarter of the wall outside is finished, but the inside is pretty much finished. Normally this would be on fire, but I recently brought over a bunch of cows and I didn't want them to get killed by the fire, so I put it all out. I kind of wanted, the whole concept here is that this nether portal was created, and when it was created it caused a big explosion and rose magma to the surface, creating this big volcano. And that was due to my Necromancer's experiments gone a little awry. And so now it is he has a crew of zombie pigmen buccaneers who man an airship, or who man his airship. And yeah, so we'll go up to the airship real quick. This is the first thing I actually built over here, and this is before I had planned on doing the whole Necromancer thing. And the airship itself was going to be my base, and then I decided I wanted to do a pirate buccaneer cove, and so I started building the volcano as that, and then it just kind of all morphed into what it is now. So these are all cannon holes, and I really like kind of how those turned out. And it looks as though Stratuscraft is working on my sails for my ship. He's been over here and looks like he's done some work on that, which is awesome. It's gonna have black sails coming across here, and then there's gonna be sails coming out here on the sides, and then there's going to be one sail here in the back, which he hasn't started on. I didn't think he had, or would have anyhow. And that's going to extend around through here. And then I'm going to add a few more things to the ship, just to kind of make it more ship-like and whatnot. But yeah, I really am excited about how this all turned out. The rigging turned out nicely, the balloon turned out well, and this is the captain's cabin. And just the whole shape of the ship. You can't really see it from up here, but if I were to Ender Pearl over to that portion over there, actually I could just climb over there. We can do that real quick. And yes, I got myself right at the end. That's a close one. But we'll get up here, and that way you can kind of get a look at how I see this build, or how I was looking at this build when I first made it. So it looks like I'm just going to have to do some parkouring up to get to the top. As you can see, still a bit of work to do over here. This side should be really quick to do. The other side is much taller. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. That's the shape of the ship in a nutshell. The other sails are going to come off the side there, and that's going to be what provides wind power to accelerate the ship. The rudders in real, if this were capable of flying, would control its altitude, and then of course the big one back there would, and then this one, that sail would help control its direction, just like a rudder on a normal ship. So we'll go down into the actual base. There's only a few things that have been done so far, but the few things that have been done are some pretty big things. So first off, we have my elevator slash drop chute, and that goes all the way down to almost bedrock. Goes down to level 10, and this is basically my entry area. There's a storage room in there and a smelter in there, and right now I am smelting a ton of netherrack. So we'll start down here. There's a big slime down here to kill. Awesome. And so pretty much my whole idea for this down here is just a bunch of open space. This is really just my strip mine. I have a couple beacons set up right now, and I want to set up a couple more on either side just to kind of mine out the rest of this area. And then I just step them out every time I'm needing more diamonds or materials, which is really not right now. So, but anytime I have my inventory full, I'm going to go ahead and actually put on my armor real quick. Anytime my inventory is full, I come over to this chest, drop it in here, like say, bones. Oh no, never mind. Bones are not an item I've been sorting yet, because I just turned them into bone meal and then sort them. But they'll go up, all the way up the elevator, this glass elevator. It's just your typical average glass elevator. And they'll go all the way up into the hoppers, and then if they're smeltable items, they'll get sorted into the smelting array, and if they're not, they'll get sent straight along into my sorting area. So before we do that, I just want to give Mumbo Jumbo credit for this elevator. It's worked well for me. This server tends to have a lot of lag, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. Save for one day, and everything on the server was having troubles that day. I'm not even gonna go in there. Well, I'll just run up here real quick. But this cow farm, I got the farm design from Tango Tech. So bravo to him. It's gotten me quite a bit of yummy beef. And this is just where I got my cows down, so I could actually keep them down there. I wanted my cows in an area where I wasn't going to hear them all the time, and down here near bedrock was perfect, because the only time I'm down here is when I'm mining. And so yeah, there's pretty much not much else. This is where I get all my obsidian, of course. So that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead, take the elevator up. And it's slow, but it gets the job done, and that's what I'm looking for. The cake is a lie. Yes, it is. And we'll go ahead and go into the smelting, which is the first phase of this all. And it's very noisy because it's running, of course. So first off, everything comes up into here, gets caught in these hoppers, gets carried over, and gold, iron, and cobblestone get sorted into these chests. From there, I take them out of these chests and put them into that chest to be smelted. Any coal that I mine gets sorted into this chest and distributed into the system automatically. From there, I'll wait for this chest to go by here because I know it's going to go soon. Hopefully. Maybe. There we go. From there, everything gets smelted and gets pulled out of a minecart that runs along that track and gets put into hoppers that run into this little 2 dispenser elevator, and those run into this hopper array. So all other items that don't get put into the smelting array come into this, and they run right along here and right into the rest of the sorting array. If I don't happen to throw any items in down there, I'll throw them into this chest, or if I'm not feeling lazy, I'll just come and put them into one of these chests. It's pretty simple like that. So yeah, I've got a ton of stuff here. I've got a ton of quartz, which is why I'm not really too concerned about that build that got blown up. I've got a ton of cobblestone. I've got 2 full double chests up there at the smelter that need to get smelted into stone. I've got a little bit of quartz. I've got a little bit of stone, some andesite, some diorite, some packed ice, lots of bone meal, netherrack, glass, nether bricks, which for some strange reason stopped getting sorted into that chest. I don't know why. The redstone seems to look fine to me. And now they're all getting sorted into this chest, and this chest isn't having any troubles. So I'm not sure what's going on with this chest over here. I'll run behind there in a moment. But yeah, all my items get sorted into here. Everything except for items like dirt and gravel and other things that I don't really care much about. That and other unstackable items get sorted into here, or won't get just thrown into here, like soul sand and mob drops and other items like that. Random food items, wood, like I said, dirt and gravel, and just all sorts of other little items that just would be too nitpicky, and I don't craft enough in bulk to need to put them into a sorting system like this. So as I find more items that I craft more often or use more often, then I just will put them into this sorting array here. So we'll quickly jump behind here, and I'll go ahead and run you by this. It's just your average sorting system. I think this I got from either Tango Tech or Impulse V. I'm not quite sure, but it's what you're gonna see regardless when it comes to redstone sorting systems like this. See, and this is what I'm talking about. It stacks up to 64. Everything looks the same. Nothing looks different. Unless I'm not seeing something, nothing looks different here. And it just passes right over this chest. Right over this hopper. So if I put that back in there, it starts sorting it back down, and it'll go back down to 41. And then at some point, it starts working. And then at some point, it decides that it's not going to. It's going to continue blocking the signal for some reason. And I've come over here. I've looked at this. Every single hopper is like that. They have one item, which is what I assume needs to be the case. But somehow, I don't understand why, but the signal doesn't stop getting blocked. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's a bucket in there that shouldn't be in there. Oh, that's a lava bucket. Okay. Some lava finally made it into a chest. And then the bones need to come out of there because they're not stacked items that are going to get stacked. So, you can probably hear that. I just leaned closer to my mic because I feel like I can see something better if I lean closer to the screen for some reason. So, sorry if my voice suddenly got much louder there. Yeah, and then any other items that aren't eventually sorted will get sorted in here, and I just kind of threw some stuff in there because I didn't want it on my inventory. So that's pretty much it. I really like how this portion came out. The netherrack or nether brick really came together well with the diorite, along with the spruce wood, and yeah, it all just looks really, really nice, and it's probably one of the nicer builds I've ever done in Minecraft. I don't know, there are some people who've got really nice builds, and this is probably subpar to some stuff, but you know what? It's a style that I really like, and actually, I'm going to probably grab supplies now so we can fix that shop. But yeah, so real quick, just a quick discussion. I think, actually, you know what? No, we'll save the discussion for when I fix that farm. So let me make a cut here, and we'll meet back up when I get to the quartz and more shop. Alright, so we're back, and we're at the commercial district portal. You can see there's a couple builds there, and this is where the rest of everything is. Well, everything that has been done so far is. One moment. Oh, never mind. Somebody was building their own iron farm. The iron farm on this server that was built originally is all messed up. The village is merged, and the redstone is pretty jacked up to boot. And so pretty much no iron golems are spawning. And I'm almost thinking that across the server in general, iron farms just aren't working, and it may be because of some plugins and whatnot, but it's rather unfortunate because a lot of us use iron. Yeah, so, and it would seem that I just did that naturally. Interesting. Just a couple interesting features, like this as opposed to this is messing with my OCD suddenly, and I don't know why that stayed that way, but it did, and I don't want to fix it now because I'm lazy. So we're going to go ahead and take some of the items that we brought over here, and while I do this, I'm going to talk about the future. So there's a couple things I want to do. I want to finish that volcano for one, and when I do finish the volcano, I'm going to build a big castle on the side. Oh no, don't tell me the redstone torch got blown up too. That's unfortunate. Well, it's pretty lit up in here, and I'll just come back and fix that at another point as well. Anyhow, so there's my train of thought. I lost it. So we're gonna build a big castle, and I built one on my realm server, and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of one of my more favorite things to build, is the kind of medieval feel. But this one's gonna have that this one's probably gonna have that necromancer-ish feel to the build. It's gonna be a lot of dark things, dark colors and other stuff like that. It's gonna really add to the feel of it. And so that's kind of the basic goal for that. Make some blocks here. It's going to be a pretty epic castle when it comes to size layout and whatnot. So, so it's you'll see when I get it, and I'll hop onto the Realm server at some point just so you can kind of get an idea of my style when it comes to castle builds. And yeah, we'll just go from there with that. Also, planning on doing a tutorial for a wither farm. That's gonna come hopefully here within a week or so, maybe a couple weeks. Me and Stratuscraft and Remuko are planning it out, building it. It's based off of another farm design by somebody else, with a little bit of our own twists and whatnot to it, just kind of increase spawning platforms and rates and whatnot. So we're just testing that out, and that's going to come out hopefully in a couple weeks. I'm probably going to be putting out videos. I gotta go run and grab some more supplies because I underestimated. I'm probably going to put out a video maybe once, maybe twice a week, but definitely once a week. I'm going to try and get videos out. It's really difficult because right now we're really busy at my real life job, and so getting on here and editing videos and whatnot is just kind of more of a pastime for me at the moment. And it's probably, I mean, that's the way it's going to be for a while. Okay, I had to make an emergency cut. So back to what we were talking about. My schedule is really hectic with work right now, so I'm just this is more or less just to kind of help me. I'd say get out of my shell a little bit. I know on the internet you don't see my face, but it's really difficult for me to talk in general on videos and in front of people. So this is kind of just to help me out in that aspect. And there's also side motivators and some other things that I'd like to do. Eventually get a little bit bigger with my recording and whatnot. But oh look, I can get some redstone here to make my torch. So yeah, recording is something I'd like to get into a lot more and just do more of. So you know, any bit of help, any kind of support in general is more than welcome. I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna like beg everyone for subscriptions and likes and whatnot. But it would be nice. What YouTuber isn't gonna want likes and subscriptions? But starting out, I'm not gonna pester people about that. So anyhow, I would like to know what you guys would like to see from my videos. I'd like to know what I'm doing wrong, if there's things that I'm doing right, how I can improve my presentation and whatnot, and just overall good constructive criticism. I'm not using, for one, I'm not using the best of mics. The computer I have is a pretty good computer, so I'm not really worried about frame rates and whatnot. Although that tends to happen every so often. But I just want to hear good constructive criticism on this, because I'm not like necessarily the best at Minecraft. I'd say I am fairly good and whatnot, but I'm not necessarily the best. And same goes for video production. I'm not really, this is my first video, and so yeah, it's just kind of, I think this is more of a test run and more than anything, but I'd still really like to know what y'all think. So please give me any kind of pointers and tips and whatnot, and I'll try to implement them as soon as I see them pop up on my videos. And yeah, I want to provide good quality content for y'all. So yeah, so let me fix this up real quick. I think we're coming pretty much close to the end of the video. For some reason I am stuck. I'm suddenly stuck. Well, I might as well take care of this redstone torch while I'm down here, I guess. I think it might have been a lever originally. Whatever, same difference. Redstone torch works as well. And I'm gonna have to break out of here. So, anyhow, we're gonna finish this up. Did I have a crafting bench anywhere? Apparently not. Okay then, we're gonna make a crafting bench too. Anyhow, after much distraction, and I can't make a crafting bench, lovely, I'm gonna have to find one. After much distraction there, we are getting close to wrapping up the video. And so far, alright, so we're gonna finish up this build. I'm gonna go ahead and probably end the episode here. I don't, if it's pretty short episode, then you know that is what it is. It's my first episode, so you know, not really expecting a whole lot. I didn't really get to do any building on this one, but I really just wanted to catch you guys up and get you guys informed on what I am planning on doing. In the future, I'd like to do some tutorials. I'd like to do more builds, epic scale builds kind of stuff, in both survival and creative. That's kind of my thing. That's what I do like to do, that kind of stuff. And we'll just go from there. So this has been True Potential. I hope you guys liked the video. Do like and subscribe if you would like to. If not, no worries. And I will see you guys next time.